So while they're cooking, we're gonna do our last recipe here. And this one really satisfies kind of the good old-fashioned American burger. This is actually where we're using these guys, our Portobello mushroom friends, which again kind of gives this nice hearty flavor and kind of a meaty consistency to provide just this great burger experience. So the thing with Portobellos in terms of preparation is you pull out the middle stem here. And this is personal preference. Sometimes people will opt to leave the gills in, or you can just scrape them out. Totally your call. Kind of depends. Like sometimes you get them from growers and they might have a little bit of grit in the gills. So it kind of is a little crunchy, which isn't the most fabulous sometimes in your food. So you can go ahead and scrape those out. So that's a little bit of the prep. With mushrooms, we don't really want to run them under water because they're really porous. So I'm using, if there's anything kind of visual that you want to do, you can wipe it off with a towel or a sponge. But this guy looks good. So here with the Portobello, again, because they're porous, they take in liquid really, really well. So it's all about the marinade with these guys. And we're going to pull over these here. So some simple ingredients for our marinade are balsamic vinegar. We've got a gluten-free soy sauce. And this is a homemade steak sauce that I made because a lot of the steak sauces that you find store-bought have high fructose corn syrup in them and other ingredients that we just really don't want to be eating. So this is one that I made with, again, simple ingredients: ketchup, Dijon, Worcestershire sauce, honey, horseradish, garlic powder and onion powder and that sort of thing. So in the interest of time, I'm not going to kind of walk you through the making of the marinade, but magically here in our kitchen, I have two that have already been marinating. Hooray. So, so good. So these three, as well as some fresh rosemary, goes into this marinade along with some olive oil. So you can see these have been marinating for about 3 hours and they are super juicy and delicious and just ready to go onto the grill. So same thing here. What we'll do, this is totally up to personal preference, but we can top with a little bit of cheese, some fresh spinach, avocado, and even grill an onion if you like. So this is fun if you want to do a good old-fashioned backyard barbecue. Or here in this lovely kitchen, we have a indoor grill that we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up and get that going. And then this one I'm going to use as well, because this time I want to toast my buns. All right. So I'm going to let that one heat up. Everybody's heating up here. So that's all good. I'm going to do a quick chop on this onion and get it in there. I don't know about you, but I love grilled onions. There's something so satisfying about them. All right, so that one's still heating. But maybe in the meantime, I can get this guy starting to toast a bit. Okay. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of olive oil on my onion. Just a little bit of a splash. Get some on the other side there. Perfect. That'll be good. Yep, that's feeling pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and place this guy on there. And then maybe we'll just cook one of these. Those are starting to get a little bit toasty. All right. Well, hopefully you guys are feeling a little inspired. I know we're kind of rounding out our time together. So I'm hopeful to get this on the plate for a last few moments before you go off into your day. So I'll go ahead and get this onto the grill. Yum. These have been marinating really, really well. So that's perfect. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Are there any questions out there that we can answer or I can answer? I'd love to hear.
Do you rinse the black beans before when you're draining them?
Yes. Yes, I did rinse them. And, there's actually a little trick as well. Depends on how well you're able to drain them. But sometimes you can throw them in the oven at a really low temp to evaporate some of the water off even more, because then that really gets it to a bit of a drier consistency. So that's a little trick there. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
question.
There was
Anything
another
else
question,
there?
Tanya. Yeah, there was another question about what spices were in your mix before you added the black beans.
Yes. I can tell you here. It was a really nice mix of spices. Onion powder, cumin, paprika, black pepper, and chipotle powder. So those are the main spices in there. So it really, yeah, again, just kind of all these different flavors building on each other. It's really nice. What else you got? Let's hear them.
How much black beans did you put into that patty or that mixture?
I'm pretty sure it was 1 cup of black beans and 1 cup of sweet potato. And then it was about 1.5 cups of the ground oats. So pretty even ratios. But definitely stay tuned. The recipes are coming. And I want to hear from you if you make them. Send me your pics. Any other questions out there?
There aren't any more in the chat box.
This is getting
This is Carrie
perfect
again.
here. Maybe while that's cooking, we can pivot over here real quick. And let's see. I want to plate one of these up for you because it's just so pretty to see this all together. And silly me, forgot the herbs, but you'll have to make it now to really get the full experience. But this is our little lettuce wrap that you can just take here. And then what you'll do is go ahead and grab your little tofu burger, just like that. And then you can add a little bit of this yummy, spicy or not so spicy mayo, however much you want, because it is heart healthy. And then you've got this really beautiful kind of multicolored slaw over the top there. Fresh fruits and carrots, not fruits. These are all, well, maybe cucumbers technically, I think, a fruit. And then you'll get your top layer as the top of your bun. So there's that one. Yum, so good. So that's our spicy tofu burger. Where did my, left it over here. And then lastly, oh yeah, those are looking really yummy. So here we'll get our mix. I'm gonna add a little bit of, for our last kind of minutes here, I'm gonna add some cheese. So in the Blue Zones world, we don't eat a lot of cow cheese. So this is some feta cheese that we're going to use. I'm going to put that just on top here to give a nice little kind of tangy, creamy flavor. Let that melt for just a bit. And then if you're a fan of the vegan A's, you can definitely try a little bit here as well on your bun. So that's one side of our bun, some heart-healthy vegan A's. And then we'll put some organic spinach. Delish. Here's a little bit of an easy cheat, but equally delicious. A roasted red pepper here. Ooh. Oh my goodness, they're huge. There we go. Perfect. I like to use this in lieu of tomatoes during the winter season because tomatoes are definitely out of season right now. And then we'll bring our Portobello over here. Oh my goodness, that is a big burger. And you can top even with our grilled onion. And you can even throw some avocado on there if you like, but that is a hearty burger for you.